A toast to our success.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl.
What should I try this time? Made another handsome sum today?
Listen, let me
A
tell you
toast
how.
to our success.
Huh? With the wind. Go! One call. Two clients, three clients. Phew. Silly churl. Oh, Billy Churl, silly Billy Hilly Churl. Woo! Go!
Following
To
order.
apply.
Here comes the catch. Busted.
Happy to apply.
Quietly now.
Gather.
Busted. Take it easy.
Add Ast. Thank you for
Want to take them out. Solidify!
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now.
Another test.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo!
It's a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with...
Go! If we bury it, maybe it'll spring back to life.
Busted!
Chop!
Quietly now.
Chop!
Gotcha! Quietly now.
Stabilize!
Here comes the catch. Busted.
Chop!
Quietly now.
Solidify!
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Busted.
Stabilize!
Gotcha.
Yeah! Yeah!
Take it easy. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Fortified!
Gotcha! Ha! Things are about to get dicey. Ha! Ha! Ta! Ta! Ha! Ha! Busted! Cha! Ha!
Let it be known that divinity is mine!
Take yourselves a home. Hey!
Perish!
Quietly now.
Our bond is strong.
Insignificant past!
Dissipate.
My endless cycle begins!
Our bond is strong.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate!
Dissipate.
Burn to oblivion!
Cha.
Now, your eyes have been opened. Reality is pain. Good riddance, cruel world.
Dissipate.
Possible.
The Temple of Wisdom. Grow, grow, grow.
Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha.
Lightning terrified. Dissipate.
The process of elimination.
I can't. Again.
Take it easy. Easy money. I didn't factor this.
I see everything.
Quietly now.
Flicker. Well now. Like this.
Everyone hold hands.
Gotcha.
Here you are.
Take it easy.
I see everything.
Our bond is strong. Busted.
Everyone
No
hold
more
hands.
words.
Dissipate! Gotcha!
Flicker. I will end you. Let's end this quickly.
Quietly now.
Hey! Our bond is strong.
Busted!
This isn't good. Use this first.
It's time for a flash for frozen food.
Harden up. I must collect
No one now.
myself.
I see everything. Stand with me.
Gotcha!
Here you are.
Committed to memory.
You're not going anywhere. Disgusting.
Everyone hold hands. Dissipate.
Quietly now.
Flicker.
Every little bit counts. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh. Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
Toodaloo. Silly churl bit.
Easier with a few different identities. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Don't you
There's so
remember
many
your
local
adventure
specialties
plans,
in
my lady?
Subaru. I want to buy more.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Subaru. I want to buy more.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Subaru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different
There are so
identities to
many
choose
local
from.
specialties in Subaru.
Need me to come up with
I
some
want to
for
buy
you?
more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties want to buy more.
Good roll. All right,
Don't
maybe
you
I'll take
remember your
one more day
adventure
off
plans, my
and
lady?
knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from.
There are so
Need
many
me to
local
come up with some
specialties
for
in
you?
Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
He's the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like he did back at Aro Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do, but unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha! I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Alhaitham. Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage? What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No. He's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious. What do you need him for, exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Follow me.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Oh, Hatham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has...
Yes. We were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia. My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how...
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard. But I do vaguely remember that there are 2 things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
And the second thing? What's...
I can't remember.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Siraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. But amidst all that, it also feels like nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
Welcome! I hope you'll have a wonderful day.
Huh? Who are you guys?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps.
Shh! Keep your voice down. How do you come with me? We should take this elsewhere. I'll be happy. This place should do. All right. Back to my question.
Don't worry about that for now. You know what kind of punishment you'll face once we report you to the Corps.
Wait. There's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this out.
So what's in it for you and—
Well, I was a little tight on money at the time, and Kusela took good. I weighed it in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn the opportunity down. I wouldn't only be helping my benefactor, but I could also make some quick—
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating Dekanala. If you provide some help for us, then we might just put in a good word later to—
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first? Listen, I made quite a bit of—
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary is after something of—
All right, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put in some night. They're always on the move. Here's the spot they were. Feel free to go have a look. I'm just telling you.
Sure. And then you can forget about any—
Hey, come on.
Really? And how do I know you're not leading us straight into a trap?
All right, I get it. Why don't you go take a look and—
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as for you, try to stick around the city until we get back. You don't want us to call the—
Curses. There's so many shoes.
Seems like we're in luck. That should be their camp right up ahead. Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves. I'm here to see Kusela. Tell him to get out here.
Tia, why are you here?
I'll take my...
Haven't you all done enough?
Oh, so are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
I see everything. Our bond is strong.
Gotcha.
She's so strong.
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I'd just bring Kusela to me. Did you understand a single word I just said? Or do I need—
All right, everyone, let's all just... Dia, he died a long time ago.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least, that's what the old man wanted.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Ahmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by himself.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's Relics must pay in blood for what they did.
Let me start from the beginning. Dia, do you know how the head of the Relics maintained order internally?
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
Those were a part of it, yes. But just those on their own weren't enough. They had another tool at their disposal. They called it a person's record, regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced. Every person in Deshret's Relics were forced to leave a record of themselves at head, whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit. The record served both as a symbol of loyalty and the perfect material for blackmail. That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, Tikriti, and all the boys who grew. But you, Dia, you were never asked to provide a record, were you?
I never even knew this was a requirement.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's Relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's sinister rule. Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay regularly, but in the end, he was just an ordinary person. What could he? He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records. He'd come up with all kinds of excuses and get beaten up as a result.
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk without a cane.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of this, and I'd never seen him get injured or beaten.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds from a beating and wounds from battle? When you left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
So, even the blazing beasts were...
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced to a pulp before you ever left the desert.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any need, since the Khan al-Ahmar would soon be no more. His words made no sense to me. But that night, we heard that a massive fire tore through headquarters and razed everyone's records to ash.
Everyone gained their freedom that night. Many members fled, not just from our ranks, but from the other brigades as well. But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of us who knew exactly what had happened.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on, the sole purpose of Dakan al-Ahmar became revenge. The big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters' strength. It's given us the opportunity to launch our attack. Even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through to the very end. There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding. Some fled to other brigades, and others escaped to the rainforest. But we won't let any of them escape our wrath. They'll all pay for what they've done.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of supplies. From food and medicine, all we can do is exchange our loot from Mora. And we forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. We were also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win many impossible battles. Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity to directly strike their head.
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We do not deserve. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about sacrificing yourself to save the world, we used to always laugh at him for it. But in the end, He really went and lived those stories out himself. As for me, I never considered myself a hero. We're all the lowest of the low. We have no right to even imagine such an existence. But maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come. The spirit of the hero touched all those he had saved, and more maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the lines, I'm sorry, Dia. I know you always found us insufferable ever since you were young. Just think of this as a
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dia?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that all I know is that Deshret's relics must be destroyed. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this on—
Yeah. Paimon feels like we'd only
Thank you.
I bet Boss would lose his—
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful as you.
He can think whatever he wants, but the fact is, I owe him this.
All right, this'll do.
Is this the entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here.
Should be. I don't think they have enough manpower left to post guards and defend their perimeters.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
Yeah, we'll know what they're really capable of. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here.
Happy to apply.
You are not welcome here.
Let's get it on.
Hey!
Quietly now.
New punches.
Everyone hold hands!
Look alive.
I see everything!
This way. You're dead meat.
You want this one?
Let's get it on.
I'll be back.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
didn't! They went charging ahead without checking for any traps!
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this...
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Let's go! We can't let the boss stay.
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we can make it through to help them...
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by...
Okay, let's go! Grow! Our bond is strong!
Gotcha!
Committed to memory!
Dissipate! Quietly now.
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
Gloves off!
This plays hurt a little. Our bond is strong.
Busted.
Everyone hold hands.
Gotcha.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side, but as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectation.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run? Had I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, even now, the greatest should never live to remember their fall.
So you want to go out in a
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them they are but two, while we hold within ourselves. Wave 1, charge! Eliminate them!
Take that!
Think you're You don't think that you won. We're just getting started.
Stand with me!
Busted.
Now you're testing my patience. Will meet.
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Quietly now.
Meet again.
Gloves off!
Brothers! This is where we prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive! Sad. Your sacrifice.
Get willing again.
Slumber.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes! Keep fighting! There's...
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! So they've...
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like
So...
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I will be buried in the sand, along...
Hey, wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no... But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then...
Hey, dear! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics, and you still can't...
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side and... Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know?
This is your last...
Hey, I said I don't know, and if you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and...
The irony. His life became a light for so many. Yet, where's the records room?
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as you want.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? Kusela. Ah, yeah. Watch your mouth. That's our boss. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we... But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away. And he couldn't have possibly outrun us if he... And after that, Deshret...
Stop wasting our time. Tell me, where...
It's just over there. Go see it for... There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human... Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave you up. Spare them no mercy if they...
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with... If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to...
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking.
Is this a cane?
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more.
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh? Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dia, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dia, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad. What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money, and Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. You look super. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy. Hey, come on! Paimon's not that stingy. Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Junior Azad will also be here shortly. She's already...
Aw, thanks, you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace, and I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, there was no Mora to be made anywhere. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different? Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went to such lengths to find out the truth, and nearly even shed tears for his sake. We're hypocrites. All of us. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we all—
You're back! Are all of you alright?
Ah, there she is!
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. Huh?
Paimon will explain.
I'm sorry. I really
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be—
Dia, your pain must be even worse.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, my father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as that thought has even crossed my mind a few times. However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse, but now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are a part of who I am.
I understand how you...
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, it's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character, even if the ending of the story may be childish and...
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about...
Right. You said you wanted to get...
We'll come along too.
I can't thank you enough for taking...
This rug here is quite something.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? You can still talk? Wait, are you...
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all to a fight? I just came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to give myself up to... Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar, but when I got there, I found no one except the members who...
So you
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last... I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that it contained some of the old man's... Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone.
So this box contains everything that Dia's...
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things like drinks and meat. But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk.
Perhaps it...
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed. It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use.
That probably means this was really a...
And here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end... He always ate more than I ever did. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman, and a hair clip? I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind... 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these...
Huh? There's some...
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smell. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. I just folded it up and left it to Dia. It's all right. I'll just read it out. If you went to the trouble of writing a letter...
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, everyone enjoyed having you in the group. But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably the guy's fault.
Can you believe this guy?
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that... I was never your father to begin with.
Wait, what?
Surely,
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day, and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you. You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I suddenly wanted to play at being a father. At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, Dia, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child, I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
he was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah, it's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story, that there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthused.
I'll help too.
Thank you. All of you. Thank you so much. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.
Wait. Huh? The treasures I discovered in my youth have been left by the Dendro Archon. Whatever. The treasures I discovered in my youth have been left by the Dendro Archon. Wait. Huh? No. Whatever. I wonder so long if the treasures I discovered in my youth have been left by the Dendro Archon.
In my opinion, Shoots is the best stall in the whole.
Wait. I wonder. Huh? Could the treasures I discovered in my youth have been left by the Dendro Archive?